Hello ladies and gentlemen, how's everyone doing? So this is Express Drives reporting from home again for reasons that you are very well aware of. The best we can do right now is stay home, stay safe and stay positive. Speaking of which, if you were planning to buy a new motorcycle, there are actually a lot of new products in the pipeline. Once things start to get better, once lockdowns are lifted, we expect manufacturers to roll these out one by one, and there are going to be a lot more choices in the market. So it is a long list, but I'm going to try and list top 5 motorcycles which may be worth the long wait. Beginning with the TVS Apache RR310. The 2021 model, that is. So we've already liked the previous generations of this motorcycle because it has proven to be quite the sports bike on a budget. But considering the changes that our sources have told us about, it's going to get even better. So expect changes like adjustable suspension at both ends, perhaps a cornering ABS as well. There could be some changes to what it looks like, and it already looks quite great. Now, along with these changes, the price should go up a little. Currently, it sells at about 2.5 lakh ex-showroom. Expect an increase of about 7,000-8,000 for the 2021 model. So we were about to ride this motorcycle just before the lockdown happened, which is just an indication that the product is ready for launch. And as soon as things get better, TVS should roll it out. So the second one is actually a competition to the first one, the KTM RC390. Now the new upcoming model has been extensively overhauled, so much so that it barely looks anything like the RC that we've been so used to seeing so far. Now the biggest change in the new model is going to be design. Not only the way it looks, but also it is expected to offer slightly relaxed ergonomics, which means you should be able to spend more time on the saddle for long distance rides as well. The engine will be the same with the 44 horsepower and 36 Newton meters of torque, and it is also likely to get a TFT screen with Bluetooth connectivity like the Duke does. Right, moving on to the third one, and this is a very important one, so pay attention because this motorcycle dominated the motorcycle scenario in India for a very long time. The updated version of the Royal Enfield Classic 350. Now, Royal Enfield launched the Meteor 350 not a very long time ago with a new engine. Now, this new 350cc engine will be the one powering the new Classic 350 as well. Based on our experience with the Meteor 350, we can say that the Classic 350 is about to get a whole lot more refined because that new engine is delightfully smooth and refined. Besides this, the Classic 350 will get the addition of a modern feature, which is the Tripper. It will have turn-by-turn navigation on the go like the Meteor and the Himalayan do as well. All of these changes should bring about a hike in price, so expect a price tag of about 1.8 lakh ex-showroom. So we've got 2 sports motorcycles and 1 classic called the Classic on this list. So let me introduce 2 cruisers because cruisers are incredibly popular in India. Now, the first one is the Suzuki Intruder 250. Now, I know there isn't much we have seen of this product. In fact, this image is the only thing we have seen of the Intruder 250 so far. But we did have a chat with Suzuki the last time we were under lockdown, and the company does have plans for other applications for the 250cc engine besides the Gixxer and Gixxer SF platform. Now, the first time when I saw the Intruder 250 when it was launched, I did have my doubts. I thought that squeezing the giant Intruder's proportions onto a 150cc motorcycle chassis would lead to some misproportions. But then the product did go on to be popular with buyers, and the 250cc version of it is only going to be more powerful, which is going to be welcome. So it will have similar power figures as the Gixxer 250, which is 26.5 horsepower and 22 Newton meters of torque. Now, expect a price tag of about 1.7 lakh, and in this segment and at that price tag, it should rival the likes of Bajaj Avenger 220. And now moving on to the very last one, and this is a big one because this will be the most affordable Harley Davidson ever. So the motorcycle that you see in the image is called the Qianjiang SV300. Now I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, so let's just stick with the QJ SV300. So it's powered by a 296cc twin-cylinder engine that makes about 30 horsepower. Now the word is that the SV300 will retail in international markets with Harley Davidson branding under the tie-up that the company has with the Chinese manufacturer Qianjiang. Now this is a result of Harley Davidson tweaking its strategy in order to attract more younger buyers towards HD motorcycles. Now in India, we are also awaiting a small displacement affordable motorcycle from Harley Davidson, but it is very likely that the SV300 may not be the one to launch here, because Harley Davidson did announce a tie-up with Hero MotoCorp just last year, not long after when the American manufacturer announced shutting shop in the country as a standalone company. So there will be a 300 to 400cc Harley Davidson launching in the country at a price of about 3 to 3.5 lakh ex-showroom, which will make it the most affordable Harley Davidson that we have ever seen, putting it in a segment where it competes with the likes of classics and bullets and other cruisers. That sums up the list of 5 motorcycles worth waiting for us. But before we end though, as a little bonus, if you are looking for a big bike to buy, I've got to tell you that the Italians have some really good news for you. Aprilia has listed the RS V4 and the Tuono V4 on the Indian website, indicating a launch that should happen anytime soon when things start to get better. At Ducati, like it promised that it would launch 12 motorcycles during the year, a lot of the products have been launched already, like the V4 Street Fighter and the Panigale V2 and the others. What is left now is the Ducati Supersport 950S and the Hypermotard 950 RVE and possibly the other variants as well. Now we will come back with a similar list of upcoming products. Now until then, do stay safe, do take care, and thank you ever so much for watching.